Sleep mode. Again, same idea, same with BB10. So launch, we're talking about flow. The ability to just open the screen, top, pull it back down again. And the prime screen was an idle mode, camera, your latest notifications, and the actual time, etc. So again, you know, for somebody who just needs to get access to the camera quickly, tap and we'll go. Open up the screen, we get 4 up to 8 applications we can do here. This is what we call a flow. So moving across back and forth, same as we had with responsive. Every time I just move, it's responsive to my hand. Yeah. And we open an application. So, for example, if we let's do the camera, bring up. It's a little bit slow actually. It's probably and I minimize it again. This is the active frame where we allow the developer to have 2 different screens. The concept here, for example, would be if I'm a newspaper article, I'm a newspaper developer, I can have this application opened, but change when I minimize the screen, I can change the content on the screen so it keeps the user's interest without having to open up to the full application. It means I'm not shutting down the application. What we then do is we can move across and say if I get an email in, red flashing light, I can then peek. Oops. So let's open it. Peek by just on my hand again, turn right, move across, and all of a sudden I'm back into my message folder. And this is the hub where we've got Facebook, notifications, keyboard, Facebook, text messages, email, Twitter, LinkedIn. Now this is the difference between this device and obviously the Z10, and this is the actual keyboard experience. So when I open an email, so when I start typing, say hello world, I do world, and I select the word. Go again. You'll see the keys as I type coming up in front. Now things going view to what is that today? So you could just literally start typing and predict by just touching the top screen. But the advantage is that as a keyboard user, it's not distracting me from the use of the keyboard. I move up towards the top of the screen to select the word. So it takes similar stuff to what we had with the Z10, but just enhance it so that it's taking the practical part of the keyboard in. The second thing with the keyboard as well, if you look at the way the frets are, we've designed the frets straight this time and compared it to the 9900. And it allows us to have a lot more real estate on the actual screen. We've also gotten rid of the buttons that exist here and use them now for the actual words I want to predict. The keys themselves, if you look at them, are a lot bigger because we've had more time and more space, and it's a little bit wider in terms of from the 9900. They're also, the frets are lined up along the keys so that I know where I am when I'm typing, so I can feel my way around the keyboard itself. So that's the keyboard. Again, straight back out. So if we back at the hub, as you saw earlier, if I do the conference call, I'm straight back into the calendar appointment without having to go back in and out. I want to see it, people on the conference call, I don't know who they are, never met them before maybe. So I can do a select Glenda and find out more about who she is. For example, what about Walmart today? The latest information. You're walking into a meeting and you want to grab the latest information. We're all busy. I don't have time to do kind of a quick check. And I remember going to a meeting actually, and what I found as well, just going to a meeting and just seeing the faces. And it's an easier way of remembering who they are, although you've written all their names down. But, you know, you just want to check a bit more about them so you can talk, and the minute you get into a meeting, you'll have activity. For example, on activity, all the activities that maybe are related to our the conference calls I would have had with her before. What I found with this is that the person, for example, who set the demo up, or set the conference call up, I'm running late for the meeting. I need to get hold of them. I may not have come across them before. I remember their first name, but I can never remember their surname. All I had to do was literally go into the conference call, find the people, find any activity I had to do with them, that's me, find activity I had to do with them, straight into the activity. And he pulls it up. Conference call, email, mass email, test email, and then email her straight back to say I'm running late for the meeting. So instead of having to go back out into my email account, find out who she is, and then send her an email, or even go into the calendar, then find out who she is, and then email her. It saved me about 10 or 15 minutes, and I'm already running late. So that's the advantage of it. But the advantage is I'm back into the hub again, to where I started from. When we minimize it, we go back into the applications themselves.
Oh, thank you. And it's due out?
No dates yet. It depends on the cars, it depends on the market. So, check with the PR people; they'll tell you the dates.
Okay, thank you.